Hi everyone. Today we continue to study the fifth chapter of history, that is through the eyes of travelers. In this video we will study about Ibn Battuta and his visit to India, Rihala, Battuta and Indian cities, a unique system of communication. Let us first study about Ibn Battuta, who is known as early globe trotter because he was a travel lover and he went around the world trying to search and find about the unknown. Ibn Battuta was an African traveler who came from Morocco. He was born in Tangier. He learned literature and other scholarly works at his young age. He considered that knowledge gained through travels is more important source than books. He loved traveling and went far off places exploring new worlds and peoples. Before his visit to India, he had made pilgrimage to Mecca and traveled extensively in Syria, Iraq, Persia, Yemen, Oman, and a few trading ports on the coast of East Africa. So we know that Ibn Battuta was a travel lover and he gained vast knowledge of the people of the world and cultures through his travel, and that made him say that he gained more knowledge through travel than books. He set off his travel to India in 1332 to 33 and reached Sindh in 1333. He was able to get the reputation of the Sultan of Delhi, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. The Sultan was impressed by the scholarship of Ibn Battuta and appointed him as the Qasi or judge of Delhi. He remained judge for many years. The Sultan appointed him as his ambassador to China. During his journey to China, he also visited Malabar Coast, Maldives, Bengal, Assam, and Sumatra. So because of his knowledge, he was able to win the heart of Muhammad bin Tughlaq at Delhi, the then Sultan. So Sultan appointed him as the judge and he remained judge for many years, and then Sultan appointed him as the ambassador to China, and while visiting China he visited many places in India. Now let us study about Rihala, the book that is written by Ibn Battuta. So his book of travel is called as Rihala and it's written in Arabic and provides the social and cultural life in the subcontinent in the 14th century. He carefully recorded his observations about new cultures, peoples, beliefs, values, etc. The coconut and the pan. The best example of Ibn Battuta's strategies of representation are clear in the ways in which he described coconut and the pan, two kinds of plant produce that were completely unfamiliar to his audience. So, Battuta very clearly writes about the new things that he has seen and discovered in the places he visited. And one such example is the coconut and the pan. Battuta and Indian cities. When Battuta visited India and when he was in India, he found that cities in the subcontinent were full of exciting opportunities for those who are able and have resources and skills. The cities were densely populated and prosperous. Cities were disrupted during wars and invasions. His account said that streets in many cities were crowded and bright and colorful. Markets were full of many varieties of goods. He described Delhi as a vast city with a great population and the largest in India. Bazaars were not only places of economic transaction but also the hub of social and cultural activities. Many bazaars had mosques and temples with spaces for public performances by dancers and singers. Ibn Battuta noted that the cities obtained its wealth from villages. So, according to Battuta, Indian cities were very prosperous, had a very colorful, rich life. Ibn Battuta noted that the cities obtained its wealth from villages around the cities. This was because of the agricultural production with the 2 crops a year. So the villages in the Mughal Empire cultivated twice a year and they were able to have a very good production. He says that there was a great demand for Indian textiles like cotton cloth, fine muslins, silk, brocade, and satin. He further says that certain varieties of fine muslin were so expensive that would be worn only by the nobles and the very rich. Now let us study about the unique system of communication that was observed by Ibn Battuta while in India. Almost all trade routes were well supplied with inns and guest houses. Ibn Battuta was amazed by the efficiency of postal system. The postal system was of 2 kinds. One was called Ulk and the other was called Dawa. This system enabled merchants to send information, remit credit across long distances, and to dispatch goods required at short notice.